Last up on our member profiles, it's that time of the year. Yes, it's road construction season. I'll be honest, I'm excited. I am, because we've got something that has been in my brain for so long that is about to finally check a box of done. With us, it's Kent Barnard. He is back. He is with the Minnesota Department of Transportation. Kent, good to see you. How the heck are you?
Great to see you, Pete. Glad to be here.
Hey, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's two different projects on Highway 10, and we're going to talk about both of those. First, though, and this one is one that you may have been aware of or maybe not, but it's going to be a big impact once this thing is done, and that is Kent, Highway 10, third lane construction in Coon Rapids. Tell everybody about that.
We are going to be building a third lane in each direction between Round Lake Boulevard and Creek Meadow Drive this construction season. We've already started out there, got some trees down, and we're going to be widening some ramps at Main Street and at Round Lake Boulevard to handle traffic. But I can't say that we're not going to be closing the ramps at some point, because we are going to have to close.
I'll tell you what, though, what an impact. And look at if you've driven that road, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to Highway 10. You know immediately when there's 3 lanes as you're heading towards the cities on 10, because it's like, oh, this is wonderful. It's such a big impact. And the fact that we're going to have 3 lane all the way to Round Lake is huge.
Absolutely. The traffic has been building out there for years, and we've seen a lot more congestion, slower traffic. And by eliminating this bottleneck on Highway 10, we are going to smooth out the traffic flow, and we're going to lessen the congestion and always improve safety.
So this is a one-season project.
We are starting here in April,
okay,
and we are going to be going until about mid-November.
But the plan is that if all goes well and we don't have monsoons and floods and everything else, because, you know, Mother Nature gets to have a hand in this, but the reality is that there's a good shot by middle of November that's done.
Yes, and that'll be nice. We are also building some noise walls along the roadway out there.
Right.
So people go to the website. We've got a good map up there and a better project description.
And we'll talk about that website in a little bit, because that website's going to have information about all construction projects around the metro as well as, or is this a specific site for that project?
We have a specific site for all of our major projects statewide.
Okay.
And we have a specific website for this project. People can keep up on what's going on out there, traffic impacts, and just kind of how we're moving along with the project.
And where would they get that?
The main website is www.mnDOT.gov, and right smack dab on the top of that page, there's a list for projects and studies. Click on that, and then it's all listed in numerical order.
Okay, and one of those projects, I bet, right there on that website is the Highway 10 Ramsey Gateway project.
Highway 10 Ramsey Gateway, we've been working on that now for better than a year.
Yeah.
And it does wrap up this year.
That's the happy, joy part on my part. You know, Chamber's been working on trying to get rid of those lights on Highway 10 forever. Obviously, if you were a regular watcher here, and more importantly, a regular driver 10, you know that Anoka had its 2-year project, and those 2 lights got eliminated, plus a whole bunch of other work was done. I love the ferry interchange. It's so nice. And now Ramsey. Last year, it was Sunfish Lake Boulevard that was done. If you haven't driven it, go up there. I was just on it today. It's wonderful. Now we got Ramsey Boulevard. That last light is going to go away, and Kent, that's starting in April too?
Yeah, well, no, actually, we're already underway with that work
Wonderful.
up there. So we're going to have some closures at Riverdale Boulevard and obviously at Ramsey Boulevard, and some of those will last through the summer into the early fall. We will be providing a lot of communication on that project as to detours and what's happening up there too.
You know, and for you Chamber members, mnDOT, we have partnered with Kent and his crew with all the projects, not just these, but really for a long, long time. They do a great job of getting me the information, and then you've seen the emails, because I send them out as soon as I get them from him. I get them out to you so that you have the latest information so that you can plan things and let your employees know. And so it's been a wonderful communication process where they have that website that he talked about, where they're communicating with us and other players involved to get that information out. I know that they also connect with the city of Ramsey in particular on that project. they've done a tremendous job of getting the word out. When we went into that Anoka project, I was like, "Ooh, this could be interesting," because the chamber always gets hit with a ton of questions. I get it. We're a place where people can get answers. I'll tell you, it was a lot quieter than I thought. You know why? Because mnDOT's really got this thing down with having that special website, with having the hotline number, and everything else. It just makes it so much better for everybody to get the information that you need to know. And that's all people are looking for, is information. But think about this, people. Think about the money that's being spent up here, the infrastructure that we are getting, which is phenomenal. And we're gonna have an extension to 3-lane in Coon Rapids. We're gonna have Ramsey lightless with wonderful new overpasses, and safety is a huge part of this. And I know that I'm sure, and I'm not gonna put you on the spot with numbers, but you eliminate lights, you're gonna decrease the number of accidents that are going to happen, that happen when there are lights. It's huge.
Oh yeah, a lot of rear end accidents at lights.
Yep.
People getting impatient and going, and if you can smooth sail through there, you're great.
It's golden.
I do want to add one thing though, Pete.
Sure.
In addition to partnering with you guys, I've got to call out Anoka County, the city of Anoka, and the city of Ramsey. They've been great partners to work with, and without their involvement, we would have had less of a project than we've got right now.
You know, as we look toward the future, I mean, there's a lot of things happening, and we're not going to touch on Highway 65, but that's a massive one that has been on the docket for a long, long time. I just love seeing this infrastructure coming here. But you've got some stuff coming up, 27 and beyond. Tell everybody about some of those projects.
We've got a resurfacing project on Highway 10 from Ramsey Boulevard out to Jarvis Street, Cleveland Street, through the city of Ramsey. And we're also going to be adding some J-turns up there too.
What's a J-turn?
Well, simply put, instead of going straight across the highway, you'll have to make a right turn and then go up to a J-turn or a hook in the middle of the intersection, or in the middle of the roadway, and then come back the other direction.
Got it.
And it does improve safety, believe it or not.
It slows people down.
Yeah.
It makes them do what they're supposed to do, and safety is a huge part of all of this too. Anything else you got going?
Isn't that enough?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
We are going to give them a year off,
You
though.
got a pedestrian crossing that's also going to be in play at some point.
Yes, we do have a pedestrian crossing, and that is at Beatty Street.
And then you've got a recreational path coming on the south side of 10.
Yep, and that is all part of our multimodal function at the department.
You guys are busy. When aren't you busy? There will never be a time, probably.
No.
But hey,
You know, I've been around long enough now, I'm seeing some of the projects I worked on the first time are being redone.
you know, that starts the date you can't.
Oh, man.
When those things happen.
If you want to ever talk about Highway 65, I'm your man there, too.
You know what? And I want you to come back. And that's the one thing, and Kent's been so good about that. And I've told him, anytime you want to come on this show and talk about projects, we'd love to have you. I would love to have you come back and let's talk 65. It may not be a direct through one of our cities' road, but it affects so many people in this region. Let's talk about that. Maybe once these projects get going, we can get an update on Highway 10, the Coon Rapids, and then also the Ramsey project.
Absolutely.
He's Kent Barnard. He is with Minnesota Department of Transportation. Again, that website for people looking.
www.mnDOT.gov.
Great. And once they're there to get to those special projects.
Right on the top of the main page, you get to projects and studies. Click on that, and then it's all in numerical order.
He's a rock star. He is a road rock star. He is Kent Barnard. He is with the Minnesota Department of Transportation. All right, we're taking a break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up this edition of the Chamber Report.